Hi. It is now a special time. It is a time when the truth will come out. It is a time of justice, and the energies, they mirror straight perfectly what plays out on the world stage, and that lies come out, and this will bring big changes. A change in the power, the structures and the governments of the earth. A very important time has begun. And a very warm welcome on my YouTube channel. And please subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell so that you will be informed about every new video I will upload. Thank you so much. The energies are just really extreme, not only with the situation of the earthquake in the Turkey. There are big changes happening, and one of the biggest change is a change of rulership and a change of power on earth. And maybe you have heard about a comet on the sky. The comet is called ZTF, and this comet was already 50,000 years before visible on our sky. And comets are always very special messengers. They are symbols and signs for a big change. And the comet ZTF is located very close to the planet Mars. And just above this comet, there is the fixed star Aldebaran, the bull of the eye, and that is very important. And on the day of the earthquake in the Turkey, at the 6th of February, the comet almost fell exactly with the bright star Capella together, what also can indicate serious challenges for mankind and humanity. And the fixed star Aldebaran, the bull's eye there, in the constellation of Taurus, and that is behind the zodiac sign Taurus. This star also stands out for power, for rulership and big money. And Mars, the planet Mars, is now out of bound. This is when a planet is over 23 degrees of latitude from the equator. And so are the energies right now also out of control. Sun and Saturn are now in a very close conjunction, a conjunction to which each other within 5 degrees. And Sun and Saturn are two opposite energies. And when they come so near together, it is like an inner and an outer fight. A fight between light and dark. And the sun stands for the light and the truth and the rulership. Only in the light we can recognize something, we can see something. And we can see it clearly. In the night you cannot see anything. And Saturn stands for our actions and our karma. And it is a time for endings and new beginnings. And the sun brings the lies to the light. And exactly that's it, what we are seeing now. With the President of the USA, Joe Biden. Because the English press has a report published about a secret plan that uncovers that Joe Biden caused the blast of the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, the Russian gas pipeline, to Germany. And the evidence of this plan and act of destruction will now be revealed with the Sun-Saturn conjunction we have. And this could not end well for Joe Biden, and especially for his position as President of the USA. he maybe could be, after President Nixon, the second president of the USA who has to resign. But we will see how this will all roll out. Let's look at the horoscope. This is the horoscope of the next new moon at the 20th of February. This will happen at 7 degrees in the sign of Aquarius. You can see the moon and the sun are in the same house, and when there is a new moon, the sun and the moon are exactly at the same degree. And if you look at the chart of Joe Biden, I will also blend here in. He has his Ketu sitting there at 7 degrees in Aquarius. Ketu is the lower lunar node, and I'm speaking of the Vedic astrology. This is other than the normal, typical, tropical Western astrology. Very important to understand. And Ketu stands for losses, that things come to an end. And in addition, his moon is also at 7 degrees. At 7 degrees in the sign of Aries. And if the degrees are the same, then this connects the planets together. And not only the new moon takes place at these 7 degrees, also Saturn, who has been around since the 17th of January in the sign of Aquarius, will be in transit over this border of 7 degrees. This will happen in March, from the 18th to the 26th of March. And this is very important. And we have another very important connection to the chart of the USA. And I will blend it also here in. There you can see the moon is at 7 degrees, also in Aquarius. And the moon in a chart stands, when it is a chart of the country, it is for the people. And with the Ketu in Biden's chart and the moon in the US chart and the new moon exactly at 7 degrees, this means it will bring up something very important for us all. And Ketu is always connected to a loss, to endings, and not only those connections we have another very important trigger, and that is Mars. And also with this comet ZTF, which is in the sign of Taurus, and connected to the fixed star Aldebaran. And Aldebaran has also the aspect to power, to the big money and to rulership. And this is also connected because Taurus is opposite of his first house in Joe Biden's chart. The first house is Scorpio, where his sun is in. And the sun is also a sign for leadership. And now with this comet and Mars is out of control, it could be happen that also his position can now end. It is a very important energy connection that is now building up. Very important. And with this comet near Mars and also near the fixed star Aldebaran, it is very important. And we will see how it will unfold and what it will mean for Joe Biden. But also there's another important thing about his truthfulness. You can see in a chart the truthfulness in the 9th house. The 9th house speaks about the truth. And the 9th house in Joe Biden's chart is Cancer. And there we have Jupiter and we also have the planet Pluto. And Pluto and Jupiter in the 9th house, this connection often Often leaders have the connection between Jupiter and Pluto. It is about leadership and it is about people in the position of power. It stands for a strong sense of justice, but it also can lead to extremes, to rigid ideas or beliefs, like religious beliefs, and that one wants to impose the truth on others. And the moon, who is the ruler of the 9th house in Joe Biden's chart, is located in the 6th house. And the 6th, the 8th, and the 12th house, they are very special. We call them in the Vedic astrology Dusthana houses. And they stand for difficulties, for scandals, for illness, and for endings, and for death. And if Jupiter, or the ruler of the 9th house, is in a Dusthana house, 6, 8, or 12, that is not a good sign for truthfulness. Or maybe you think you know it better, and that's the reason you might not want to say the truth, maybe this way. And so the moon, as ruler of the 9th house, of the house of truth, and placed in the 6th house, a Dusthana house, exactly at 7 degrees. That is also very important, and this is triggered now with this new moon, with this 7 degrees in the sign of Aquarius, and also connected to his moon in the sign of Aries. That is very significant, and I'm very curious how this will uncover maybe the blowing up of the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, and I think it will affect the position of the US president also. And we have the return of the planet Pluto. Maybe you have heard of the Pluto return. Pluto in the chart of the USA is in the 2nd house of Capricorn. And now Pluto returns. Pluto needs about 245-46 years to go one cycle around the zodiac and to return back to his start position. And when he comes back, it speaks of a big transformation of the USA and also of the world and governments and power structures on earth. And with these special energies right now, also in your life, it is all about to ask you where you yourself live your truth, and it is a good time for correction, your goals and your belief system, what you believe in, and to understand who is ruling your life. Where are you still too rigid or trapped in your own ideas and own beliefs? And where do you not allow to be free, to experience freedom in your life? Because that is your birthright. And the only one who can take your freedom away, the only one is you. You are the only one who can take your freedom away. Nobody else can do this. What we are experiencing right now on the world stage is only a mirror of these energies that will now play out. And we will experience in the next weeks and months that the old structures will begin to crumble, and that's just the beginning. Above all, a lot of lies will show up in March, when the planet Mars will transit into the sign of Gemini, which is about the media, communication, the internet. And we need their corrections and clarity. And there is nothing to fear. We have to see the darkness, to recognize and to decide what we want in our life. We are always in control of our life. Only the belief we have no control will let us hold back and experience a world of control. Let your inner freedom now grow. Let it shine. Experience your inner freedom. Who do you want to be? And why do you not live the one you want to be? Connect back to your inner light. That is now very important in this time. And thank you for listening, and please share this video with your friends. Thank you so much. Namaste.